Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to the Scene Snobs Podcast.
That's right. The Scene Snobs Network is growing. We've poured water on the little bastards, and they're multiplying. Now get ready for the Scene Snobs Podcast with Mick Manhattan and Casey the Madman Plot.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome this evening.
What's going on, man?
How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
I'm good. I wanted to start a little early because there's another topic I wanted to bring up.
Okay, cool. Is it about all the amazing shows that we have on our channel?
We'll get to that. This isn't such an important topic. It's not about the Snobby Awards. It's not about the amazing shows that have joined and are joining up on the Scene Snobs Network. It's not about all of the top tier stuff, our special guest, anything like that. It's about the greatest TV show in the past decade.
Buffy?
Yeah. I just watched the series. No, what? That was like 20 years ago. Calm down.
I don't know time. Time is weird.
Fuck you, Jason, man. Of course he leaves this comment.
Well, and also the best hair, Jason, because he is pimping it yet again tonight.
I hate you guys.
Why?
Right.
You look wonderful.
Oh, shut up. How did you get Mark to do that with the cut board? I don't even know which Facebook user this is, but we love you.
Love it. Hi, Facebook user.
Mike Courtney, hello. You
Good evening, Mike. You glorious human.
Chap.
Yeah, he is. I tuned in the other day to one of his shows, the Falcon Winter Soldier companion piece he's doing. It's wonderful.
Yeah, that was awesome. And their Theta Network interview was fantastic, too. So everybody should check out the show, boys, for sure. But before we bring on our guest, because I know he's going to want to talk about this too. I watched the series finale of probably one of the best shows in the past 10 years. And to go down as one of the best shows ever. And now I'm not normally an animated TV show guy. Like I don't watch a lot. I watch a lot with my kids and such. So like I've been learning a lot more there. And this is one that I did watch with them. But it's a reboot from my childhood. And they've done it in such an amazing fashion. It blows away anything else I've ever done before. And that is DuckTales.
Ah, yes, DuckTales. So they finally put a cap on it, huh?
Its series finale was yesterday. I just watched today. It was an hour-and-a-half long movie event.
Whoa.
I'm going to bring in our special guest who is a special DuckTales genius correspondent. Oh, Lenny is here.
What's up, brother? Looking fantastic,
Thank you for having me on, gentlemen. Thank you for having me on.
Hey, man, it's nice to see you, brother.
Nice. Thank you.
I love the glasses. Are those new frames?
No, the hair's growing back. And
yeah, man.
Frames. I mean, my eyebrows, not so much, but okay. It's a work in progress. We're going.
Hey, that's all right. Making up with the stash. It's great.
Yeah.
Dude, it looks good, man.
Thank you. No, thanks for having me back. I've been a little, missing in action here the last month or so, but, some personal stuff, but it's good to be back with you guys. I mean, I miss you guys a lot. So.
Miss you too, man. Fighting a good fight, brother. Keep it up.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Absolutely. And we're gonna announce a special announcement about BTB in a little bit. But we brought Len on to talk about kind of everything because the man is a DuckTales fanatic. And Casey or Lenny did not know I was going to bring this up because I just finished the series finale. So I'm a wild card. I'm throwing it at you. So we're going to talk about that to start off. And then we have a plethora of topics I know Lenny's super excited about getting into, especially our very favorite segment, Casey Knows Best with the Grammy.
It's a packed show tonight, gentlemen. Here.
Bring it on.
It is.
It's going to be an extra special episode. I love it. But anyway, so here we go. Did either of you guys watch DuckTales at all, first off?
Yeah, well, both. Reboot and original, yes.
I'm not talking about that lame duck original.
Whoa.
I'm talking about what they've done.
Whoa, you are not allowed to crap on my childhood.
Hey, I loved DuckTales. But what they did is they made it amazing. Like this brilliant, epic journey
Sure. They've definitely like the way they modified, I would say, and have updated to make it more like a modern twist. I definitely appreciate it. So, but you go first, there, Mike. You go first.
I will. I'll take over because I watched this as soon as it started off from beginning to end with the kids. They were super into it. I was trying to explain to them like, oh, these characters were from the original show, and like, when the Gummy Bear Legend would come on and they got the Gummy Bear dude, I was like, that was another show they did. So like that, and Rescue Rangers, I explained that to them. Bonkers was on the show. I explained that to them.
Bonkers was on? Oh, that's awesome.
Bonkers had a great cameo. No, I know, but it was so cool that they included him because he was Disney Afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So Bonkers was on in a cool way because he was a police officer in a different dimension where Darkwing Duck, the show, was like the Darkwing Duck that we know was real in this dimension. Mm-hmm. Whereas in the dimension of this new DuckTales, Darkwing Duck was a TV show. And then he became real because a new guy took over and decided to actually become the superhero Darkwing Duck. So it was very cool how they did it all.
Interesting.
They show like a glimpse of this other, how the Darkwing Duck villains escape into the DuckTales dimension. And they show that Bonkers was the prison guard. So like they gave like a cool little kudos. They did a great job with the Tailspin lore. Baloo is now passed on, and Cloud Kicker took over, and Molly became like a super test pilot, stunts, spectacular type pilot, and like they had a big falling out, and Cloud Kicker was running higher for hire, and he went to pilot school with Della Duck, which is Donald's sister, and the boys'
nephews.
So I could go on and on about how entwined everything is, but one thing is for sure: from the beginning, they made Webby a main character. Like, yes, even more so, they made her an interesting character, and they made her even more so a character that you knew had a background, but you didn't know, not quite sure what it was. Mm-hmm. All is answered in the series finale. And I'm going to ruin it for you because a lot of people probably aren't going to watch it.
Spoilers.
No, but still, regardless, it's an awesome. Just watch it regardless. Spoilers.
You should. It's so good because they did this, and they got everyone in it. Everyone was in it. You know, they were fighting Fowl, who had Don Carnage on, the Steelbeak, the whole nine. Everyone's. I don't even know how it's Disney, so I know how they have the budget, but I don't even know how they have the budget for all of the voice actors they got because they were legitimate. Lin-Manuel Miranda plays Gizmo Duck.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. And
he was on it a lot. You know, so like, and he's not even like the biggest star they had. Like David Tennant plays Scrooge, and so many others like are on it. They did justice for Launchpad in the last episode, where he ends up becoming the hero we all know him to be, and ends up becoming Gizmo Duck.
Oh, good, awesome.
But Webby, you find out, was a clone. Fowl made a clone because they needed a blood lineage of Scrooge. So they made Webby. Webby was a clone of Scrooge.
What?
Yes, but it makes sense. If you watch the show, it makes sense. Because like you go through and you can scoff at it because of if you watch the original series, you're like, yeah, no, I can't see it. But if you watch from the beginning of this series to the end, everything makes sense because everything ties into everything else. Mm-hmm. There's nothing. It's legit. They did an amazing job. Facebook user says we're blocked.
No.
Because listen, shit happens. I'm sorry, Facebook user. We will miss you though. Anyway, oh man, we have to have a funeral for Facebook user. He quit on us.
Well, we're gonna have to light something on fire.
Right. We got a little later. We just like,
Yeah. Cheers to you. Sorry, Facebook
what are
user.
we gonna do? He left us. Yeah. Anyway, so it was just it was truly like an amazing end to the series. And they did it justice. I hated to see it go. I hated when they announced that it was going.
Absolutely.
But it was pretty cool what they did. I have to admit, like I was really into the whole thing. it just they tied everything together, and they open it up to a whole new world. Like you can have a new Rescue Rangers, you can have a new Darkwing, you know. So hopefully,
which I hope that was their goal. I hope they start rebooting all those other ones because I used to love those shows.
But also to me, but I think it also comes down to the writing and how well it was done. Like I was saying before, the DuckTales was completely, in my opinion, different than the original series. It wasn't like it had each adventure per episode. It was just the character, even like Mike was alluding to, the character writing, was great. I mean, like Webby, you wanted to pull your hair out with the original series, but this character development, strong with women power, just how strong she was great to see. And if you love the original, the first episode might have been just a little different for you because you're so set for over 100+ episodes how these characters should be. But then just the whole reboot and reimagining of it, just open up your arms to it, and it pulls you right in. It's great, and they did a fantastic job for the 3 seasons that it was on. I wish it was more, like Mick alluded to. I mean, they did a great job, Disney, with this, and I really do hope that with this, like you were saying, it can open up the doors for these other shows, but it will come down to how they reboot it. It might work, it might not work, but I will never have love for Bonkers because Bonkers was the reason why DuckTales, the original time, went off the air. For those that don't know, Disney Afternoon was always a 2-hour block. And at every September, when the new school year started, a new show would start at 4:30, and all the shows would get bumped up. So you would have until 3 o'clock, and then once your show was at the 3 o'clock mark, you knew that was it because you would have September that year to watch it, and then it's done. And sure enough, DuckTales reached its 3 o'clock plateau. Bonkers was coming on, and I only had that summer of, I think it was 91 to enjoy it, and then sure enough, that was it. I mean, we didn't have on-demands, DVDs, any seasons, none of that stuff back then. So my dad had that VCR recording every single day for me. So
that's awesome. That's rad.
And that's a great story. And that's what I like about this new one. Like, it opened it up to all those amazing memories we had of the Disney adventures, like Disney Afternoon. You have, I can share with my kids. And the one series covered it. They did justice for not Darkwing. Well, they did for Darkwing, but Donald was an amazing character in this show.
Yes.
You got, and they covered his life well. Goofy was a close friend who came and visited once. Mm-hmm. He falls in love with Daisy on the show, so you get the beginning of their courtship. Mm-hmm. It alludes to Mickey and who Mickey is to him, and is truly somebody he loves and cares for because he's stranded on a desert island for a season, and by the time they get to him, he's insane, and he's made this Wilson type Mickey doll that he carries around everywhere, and it's the actual voice in his head of Mickey talking to him.
Oh, hey guys!
No, but you know what? I'm kind of hoping that they take what they did with Donald as just a character. I loved it, and just roll with that now for even Disney as itself as a character. Just roll with that Donald. It was just great. I don't know. You're right. It's just the way they developed him in DuckTales. I felt they put him to a new plateau, and they should just work with that. I mean, I think enough people watched DuckTales and they enjoyed it that they could see that hopefully maintaining his momentum with this character.
I will say this too. One thing I love for the lore of Donald Duck that they did was the 3 Caballeros. You find out those are his best friends in college.
Yeah.
And they started a musical group like they would be in college, and that's why they were who they were. And they became famous musicians, and Donald was an adventurer.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
But Fred is watching. Fred, what's going on?
Hey,
man?
Fred.
What's on point?
Nice.
I took care of it. I put some gel in. I'm Magellan. And what does BTB stand for? BTB stands for Behind the Box. We are video store kids. We love the video store. That's why we call ourselves the video store crew. And if everybody remembers, if you really wanted a movie, you had to check Behind the Box because you weren't sure until you got there. And that's why we called it Behind the Box, BTB for short. So I want to get into a rousing segment that we all know, that we all love. That's Casey Knows Best. Casey Knows Best. We do it with all award shows. I'm going to read off the winners, and Casey's going to tell me exactly what he thinks of them. And we're going to go from there. But we also have Lenny here, who's a big music head. He's a big Grammy fan. After we do Casey Knows Best, I'm going to go to Lenny and get his opinion on what everything is all about. But it is not Lenny Knows Best. It's just Lenny knows what Lenny knows.
It's actually
It isn't much, but thank you for building it up, though.
Lenny knows better. That's why he's here.
We just keep it going. So, all right. So I am going to start probably from the beginning. There's so many Grammy Awards. It sucks a huge salami. Okay. So here we go. Best Music Film, Linda Ronstadt, The Sound of My Voice.
Let me tell you what, Linda Ronstadt is fantastic. She's had a wonderful career, been a fan of hers through the years. So good on you, Grammys, for putting that one up there. So
are you a fan?
No, I did not check it out. I'm not. Was not aware of it until you literally just said it.
Okay. Jesus. I love it, people. I love it. All right. So give me 1 second. Let me pull this up and make sure I got this right. Okay. So producer of the year, non-classical, Andrew Watt.
Yes. Andrew Watt. He has done some stuff and he is a producer in the business.
So you know him?
No idea.
Okay. Best music video, Brown Skin Girl by Beyonce.
Okay, well, I mean, it's Beyonce. It's Queen Bey. She's amazing. She's phenomenal. And everyone should check out Beyonce. If you're not listening to Beyonce, what are you doing with your life?
So did you like the music video?
No, I haven't seen it. No idea.
Best engineered album, non-classical, is Hyperspace by Drew Brown, Andrew Coleman, blah, 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 blah. Some engineers that are very, accomplished. And
that's fantastic. Look, music engineers, I mean, that's a lot of hard work. I have no idea what that entitles, though. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Fred says, I'm a big fan of The Box. Aren't we all?
Yes.
Aren't we all?
Zing.
Mick invites me to join BTB, and then he moves it. We're getting there.
Yeah, I know. I come back to you, Jason. Look what happens.
That's what happened. That's my favorite bit. Oh, we're going. So then stop interrupting me, Jason. All right, I'm going to skip past these engineer because
let's move on to the big categories. Let's go to the big ones, the important ones.
Yeah,
the important ones. I'm not saying that.
The one more people will probably know.
That's all right. That one, yes, I'll accept that. You want to do best opera recording?
Yes.
No,
Who was it?
I already passed it. Producer of the year, classical, David Frost.
Oh, David Frost. Yeah, he has been a music producer for a long time, and he's been doing a lot of classical music. So I'm glad he got a Grammy.
So you're a fan of his work?
No, I've never really actually listened to it. So, man. No.
Okay. Let's see. What do we got here? Best album notes, Dead Man's Pop by Bob Murr. Album notes writer, The Replacements.
Okay. I mean, album notes are always cool. So I'm glad they actually have a category for them. I'm kind of shocked they have a category for that. I feel like it's a bit of a stretch, but way to go, Pops.
This is what's wrong with the Grammys. There's so much stuff I don't care about.
Well, it's because more people are likely to get an EGOT if you have a whole bunch of categories. You just keep increasing them.
But yet the Beach Boys only have one Grammy ever.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I don't know why I had to throw that out there.
I mean, it's understandable. It's the Grammys. I don't trust most award shows because, I mean, it's just people kind of usually stroking themselves within the industry, telling how great they are.
True.
Speaking of which, get ready for the snobbies.
Yeah, baby. Okay. Here we go. Best global music album.
Okay, let's roll.
Twice as Tall by Burna Boy.
Burna Boy. All right, fantastic. I'm glad Twice as Tall actually got some love. It was, from what I heard, it was a fantastic album.
So you're a fan of Burna Boy?
No, not really. I mean, it's kind of background music while I'm doing laundry, but sure.
Jesus Christ. All right, I'm scrolling. I'm going to keep going. I can't really make fun of them. Oh, okay. No, I can't. That's not the Roots. That's just Roots, Best American Roots song. I don't even care. If it's not the Roots, I don't care.
I was going to say, wait, there's the Roots. Yeah, I care about them.
I care about them, but they weren't talking about them.
Oh, okay.
God, there's so much that they do at the Grammys that makes no sense and I don't care about. God, why is this award show a thing?
I'm glad our producer was prepped for this segment.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't realize it was this long.
Dude, they got you name it,
It's
there's a
absurd.
category for it.
It's absurd.
Here we go. Best Country Song. Crowded Table by Brandi Carlile, Natalie Himby, and Lori McKenna.
Okay, yeah, I am a huge fan of Brandi Carlile. It's like and that collection actually sounds pretty rad. It's like a newfangled Highwaymen, but the Highway Women. So it's pretty cool.
So you're a fan of who?
Brandi Carlile. Yeah.
So okay, so you did like the album then?
Oh no, I didn't listen to it at all. No idea.
All right,
Not this one. I mean, I've listened to other ones, but
Best Country Album, Wild Card by Miranda Lambert.
okay, Miranda Lambert's fantastic, and especially after everything she went through with Blake Shelton, I'm good on her. I'm glad she stepped up and has been got a great career.
So you're a fan?
Oh, not of this album. I didn't hear it. I'm not aware of it really.
All right. Best Country Duo Group Performance, 10,000 Hours by Dan and Shay and Justin Bieber.
Okay, well, that is outrageous. That is what? I mean, come on. Really? So I don't understand that combination whatsoever. But also, I mean, this is part of the same group who gave didn't Best Rock Album a couple years ago go to Lord? So that's when I kind of backed off the Grammys.
Fair enough. Best Rap Performance, Savage by Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce.
I love Megan Thee Stallion. First of all, Queen Bee is, of course, Queen Bee. But Megan Thee Stallion is one of my favorite rap artists recently. And I did, in fact, hold your butts, listen to this one.
Okay.
And I liked it. I can recommend this one. It's a great workout song.
Best Rap Album, King's Disease by Nas. Now I'm going to say Tread Lightly.
It's Nas, bro.
It's Nas.
Come on. Nas is Nas. I love Nas. I mean, who doesn't love Nas? Between him and Wu-Tang, it's what we cut our teeth on, and Biggie, of course. So, big fan of Nas.
Best R&B Album, Bigger Love by John Legend.
Well, I mean, it's John Legend. He really does no wrong. So that's probably his 900th Grammy or something outrageous.
It's got to be at this point.
This man gets a Grammy every year. He just shows up and they're like, "Oh no, we have yours reserved. You're good."
Best Alternative Music Album, Fetch the Bolt Cutters by Fiona Apple.
Well, it's Fiona Apple, so she's probably still doing Fiona Apple-y things. I wonder if she had a fun acceptance speech. Did she pour red paint on herself or something outrageous?
She did not actually. She took it back to 1996 and held it up high and thanked everybody.
Oh, wow. That is more shocking than the fact that she won.
I was surprised she's still around from 1996.
Fair. Best Rock Song, Stay High by Brittany Howard.
Ah, yes, Brittany Howard. She is definitely a music artist.
So you know her.
No.
Best Rock Album, The New Abnormal by The Strokes.
Okay, well, The Strokes are pretty beast, so I think everyone should get down with The Strokes. I'm glad that album won. I didn't listen to it, but I'm sure it was great.
Fair enough. All right, I'm scrolling up some more because there's still 9,000 before I get back to the top.
I know.
Oh, God. All right, Best Pop Solo Performance, Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles.
Yes, the Harry Styles has a very pretty hair. He has a wonderful fashion sense, and he was previously a member of One Direction. That's about all I got. Well, he's not bad. He's almost like a weird crooner. He's got a smooth voice thing going. He's cool. Did not hear that album, though.
I'm just going to do the top two, and that's Album of the Year, which is Folklore by Taylor Swift.
Tay-Tay is, tip top. So, of course, she should have won. Kind of, I'm sure. Was this one of the albums where she was? She had a song where she argued against other people or had some clapbacks or something. I don't.
Yeah, it was her ex. I think
That's
her
it.
ex was.
Yeah,
It's every album, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's every album. Yeah, but this the last one was John Mayer. I think this one was one of somebody else. I don't know.
I don't know.
Of course it was.
It's probably
All right.
like Zach Galifianakis or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you know what the folklore is? That she thinks she's in love every time.
Every time.
At some point, when you fall this much out of love that you have like 9 albums dedicated to all of the men that have taken you down a notch. If that's not really what it is, not taken down a notch, but like or
bad relationships, bro,
or whatever it is that they've done. Because I don't listen to the song, so I don't know.
Imperceived slights, maybe. I guess
at this point,
wet towels on the floor. I mean, it didn't bug Jewel, but whatever.
Whatever you're gonna say. I mean, at this point, it is just a folklore. You have to just start believing it yourself. If you look around the card table and you can't find a person being hustled, you're the one being hustled.
Thanks, Rounders.
Nice. I like that.
Well done.
That's older than Rounders. I don't want to hear it. Record of the year, Everything I Wanted, Billie Eilish.
Okay. Billie Eilish is different. She sings and she produces her own music, which I give her all the credit in the world for. It's not my cup of tea, but she's not bad. I'm not taking anything away from her, just not my thing. So if you want to listen to it, listeners, please feel free. Go forth, prosper, and be great. Didn't Megan Thee Stallion or Lady Gaga's win something too?
Yes.
The Gags?
Maybe, probably.
Yeah.
Lenny, what'd she win?
She won under pop. Hold on. I need to.
I'm not going back down the list.
No,
Lenny's on it, bro.
Best pop duo group performance. Rain on Me. Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande.
Oh God.
I'm fine with Lady Gaga. I like Lady Gaga, so I don't mind. It's just that's a really long list. I don't feel like going down it again.
Yeah, no, look, I love Lady Gaga. I think she's amazing. The Gags, the Gaga, however you want to pronounce it. But the that whole Ariana Grande, man, look, I'm not saying she's bad, but her voice is just nails on a chalkboard to me. It is brutal. I cannot handle it. My daughter's watching that freaking Sam and Cat show, and she talk like that. She's like, oh, I can't. And then she sings like that.
It's an acquired taste.
So Jay says Mike Love, music's greatest villain. You want to comment on that, Lenny? Because I don't know who Mike Love is. Mike Love from
Beach Boys. Yeah.
Why is he music's greatest villain?
Well, maybe I should look it up.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, did he take down Jesse and the Rippers? Is that what happened?
Oh, nice. Good
might have been what happened. He broke them apart.
Yeah.
Brandy Carlisle is amazing.
Yeah, Fred.
Jason says, wow, Nas won. That's great. Hell yeah, man. Nas rules the world, man. I can never tell when Casey is being for real or not.
Neither can I, Mike.
That's the point. That's why Casey knows best. In the beginning, I'm beginning to question Casey's sexuality. Not that I care.
I do it every day.
I wouldn't.
I constantly find everyone beautiful, Fred.
The Fiona Apple, the bit, whatever. I like folklore. It's different than her usual truth. Guess cool. Swifty isn't coming on the show anytime soon.
Oh, anytime she wants to come on, she can come on.
Yo, I would sit
she
here
can come on the show,
tape.
but we're gonna have an album about us in like 2 minutes, and she's gonna be like, "They hurt my feelings," and be like,
"Which is awesome. What's wrong with that? That's
dude,
good
how
press,
many
bro."
Views and how many hits would you're just like, yeah, dude.
I don't know.
I think of the cool songs she come up with, like
the Scene Snob Sob. I mean, how great of an album title would that be?
Oh, bro, all day.
The album title is just like the snobs broke my heart. Or something,
I sobbed over snobs. Yes.
Yeah. Old William Eyelash. You leave Billy alone. I like Billie Eilish. I'm mostly into hip hop, but I do like those 3 albums.
She has 3
Very
albums.
good. Nice.
Yeah. And she produces all her own stuff, man.
Oh, look, I know she does, and I give her all the respect and love in the world for what she does. I'm not taking her away or her art or any. I'm not knocking it down. It's just not my cup of tea.
And
I'd probably throw it into Boston Harbor. Just saying.
I saved this comment because I know there's opinions from all of us on this, especially Lenny had mentioned it earlier. No special mention of Eddie Van Halen.
Yes.
Yep.
Why?
What was that about?
Not even like 5 minutes. You can how many rock legends together just for like 3 songs and just get something. You waste how much time with these ridiculous performances that they put out there, but yet they can't find, I don't know, 3 to 5 like rock legends or even modern rock people to kind of do a collaboration. Like, give me a break. The guy is like an icon for rock, and they can't put together something like bogus.
No, because they had to have WAP.
I don't know, her, whoever else they're throwing on the show, yet you know, I don't. I can't. I'm gonna start ranting.
Well, no, but go
No,
on.
rant. That's the
ranting.
point of this.
I know, but still.
Unleash your fury.
Oh,
Give into
no,
your hate.
the Fury was bad on like Sunday night, but it has subsided when I saw that at least other people have observed what I have seen. I'm thankful, it's even been mentioned on here Tuesday night. But oh my God, it's just, I don't know.
Well, I mean, do you think part of that is because did he step away from the music industry in a way and kind of snub and shun people, or what? I know he's a bit of an oddity.
I mean, he was there for over 40 years, 30, 40 years, I would say. Even if it's 30 years, like, come on, like, it's not like he put on like one album or one song. I mean, like, he was constantly out there, and you could easily recognize it. I mean, guarantee you. I mean, like, you're gonna have, God forbid, Cuba Gooding Jr., if he passes away, he's the best supporting actor. Not, they're going to be throwing up, oh my gosh, Oscar winner, Cuba Gooding Jr. passes away. But yet, you get nothing for a man, a legend, who's been there in the music industry for decades.
Yeah.
One thing, another comment Jay brings up, they should have worked the Van Halen tribute into the WAP performance, which brings me to my next point, which is Van Halen, more like Balin, but no, WAP, wet-ass problems. There's a lot of problems going on with WAP. Supposedly had this huge performance. I didn't watch the Grammys. I don't care. A lot of people are bitching about WAP and the whole cancel culture thing, but nobody's bitching about WAP. I don't give a shit. It's a song. Who cares? If they want to sing about wet-ass pussies, sing about wet-ass pussies. Have fun. If you're offended by it, you got issues. You are a problem.
Here's the thing, man. If you're offended by it, change the fucking channel.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but if you're really upset about it, don't watch it. Don't get into it. Don't start going, well, I need to find out what these kids are listening to. Chances are they're not. And the more you make it a bigger issue, the more you're shining a light on it, hence more people want to watch it.
Because the funny thing is, the ones that are upset about the Pepe Le Pews and that shit are generally tend to lean towards the right, and a lot of that is happening in like Fox News and stuff like that, so they can take away from the bigger problems of what's going on and what the fucking that side is doing in our government. Not getting into that though,
dude. It's always a smokescreen. It's always a fucking smoke show. And right now, WAP is just an easy thing to target.
But WAP isn't that. WAP is being argued like you're taking away this, but WAP is okay, and it's like, yeah, who gives a shit?
Why the fuck is WAP the measuring stick?
Who gives a fuck? Seriously, I don't care. Let wet ass pussies be sung about. I don't need to listen to it if I don't want to listen to it. I can blast it if I want to blast it. I don't
just turn it off.
I love blasting it because once again, Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not even joking.
I just meant blasting the music, by the way. I didn't mean blasting those wet ass pussies. Only, I am not even going to say it because that's just.
Come on.
Not going there. Not going there. Not doing it. The Grammys lost 10 million viewers this year. Of course they did. Look at that list.
Yeah.
It takes 17 hours. They suck.
It's not even that because but no, you're right though. They will put the show on. They'll go to a commercial break and they will start showing like the pop category, who are the rest of the winners, because they got so many awards you got to put out there, and half the show is not even presented. I mean, best opera, best spoken album. I mean, those are presented.
No, aren't those the weird ones that they do like the night before or something? Or they split it up and have
it's like the Oscars with the behind the scenes tech stuff ones that they have.
Yep.
The night before it's like that.
Well, I think my favorite part of tonight. Oh, yes, the Scene Snobs. This is the best comment of the night. You're right. I didn't put that, by the way. There's so many people.
I was talking. That's why they said best comment, but
I'm more offended by DAP.
Dead ass pussy? Is that like a necrophilia thing for him?
Like a Walking Dead type of?
Yeah, I mean it's cool. I mean, once again, if that's your flavor, I'm not here to judge it, bro.
Now, do they officially become DAP when you open the freezer and pull the tray out?
No, I'm pretty sure the moment the heart stops beating.
That's what it is.
That's probably it.
I don't know science.
I mean, I'm just rolling the dice here. I don't know either. I'm no doctor, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night, and I'm drinking sake, so I'm probably Dr-ish right now.
Oh boy, this is gonna be rough. Jay said they lost one viewer for every Grammy John Legend won.
True. Yes, Jay, that's exactly what they did because we've had enough of John Legend winning all of them.
Dry ass.
Dead dry.
Dry ass pussy.
Because dry ass pussy. Well, no, see, Fred, there's nothing wrong with that. You just there's plenty of new products out there that can help with dryness.
Fred, I don't know what that is.
Well,
Dead and dry?
You don't know what that is.
Well, for dead ass
No,
pussy.
I don't know what dry ass pussy is.
Oh, I get it. He's being funny.
Yes.
Because he's able to just always get them all aroused.
That's to you, Casey. That's
Love you.
Right. All right. We have many things to go over.
Let's keep rocking, baby.
So we talked about the Grammys. Now we're going to get into the Oscars because we got the Oscar nominations this year. And we also brought Lenny on because Lenny is Mr. Oscar as well.
Oh.
The Patriots just signed me.
Nice to me.
They signed you because you're a dry ass player.
Oh.
Signed you for that dry ass pussy.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to run down the Oscar winners. I want you guys to
Nominees.
go. I want to hear what nominees. I want to hear what you guys think, but I'm only going to do the big stuff.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to start with Best Picture. So we have The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and The Trial of the Chicago 7.
You know, this sounds a lot like those other awards that just came out recently, the Golden Globes.
Yes.
They are. They are the Golden
I
Globes.
like the diversity of it, though.
I agree.
You know, I mean, that was my biggest thing, the biggest takeaway. Even just, I mean, not necessarily the movies per se, because unfortunately there's still some work, I think, with the voters in terms of that. But, you know, when it geared towards the acting, that's what I love to see there with that. But I think it's a good selection, though, for Best Picture. I mean, there's only so many movies, unfortunately, that can be nominated. You know, I know One Night in Miami, and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, sorry. But, you know, probably both should have been up there too, but then, like, what do you take out? What do you not? So, I mean, it's always going to be up for debate, you know.
Yeah, and with the Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, I don't think it really needed to make that. It didn't, for me, it didn't do it. It didn't make it to that list. You know what I'm saying? It didn't reach and achieve, but One Night in Miami, I think, absolutely should have been up there.
Okay.
I think they could have easily dropped one of those.
I mean, I like Judas and the Black Messiah, but I think One Night in Miami was a better movie. I liked Mank, but I liked One Night in Miami more. Minari was really good. Nomadland really deserves to be up there. Promising Young Woman is probably my favorite out of everything on the list.
That I have to see. I'm not going to lie. I did not see that one yet, but that looks really.
It's a hard watch, but it's
I was going to say, but it looked good from the preview, but now with the award season and it, you know, being nominated for like a lot of awards out there, it's definitely going to, you know, up my board to watch.
Sound of Metal was really good, but I still say One Night in Miami was better than that. And Trial of Chicago 7, I really enjoyed. I like that movie.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. That was a good one.
I don't know if I'll even see The Father. I'll only see it if it wins, honestly. I don't care.
I really don't think it's going to win really anything. I mean, I think it was nominated for like 5 or 6 awards, so it's middle range, I think.
Yeah.
With the awards.
Best Actress, we got Viola Davis from Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
See, I agree
Day.
with that. I think she was worthy of that. 100%.
She's always good in her.
Yep. She's phenomenal. Her and Angela Bassett, man, those women are just, they put them anywhere and everything.
Listen, I loved her from her beginning on the Jesse Stone movies. All right. She was great. Andrew Day, The United States versus Billie Holiday, Vanessa Kirby, Pieces of a Woman, Frances McDormand, Nomadland, Carey Mulligan, Promising Young Woman. I'm still, my favorite out of all of these is Carey Mulligan. She did an amazing job in that movie.
So I heard.
We all know who's going to win this one, and I'm not against it.
Frances
honestly.
McDormand?
No. Well, who do you think for Best Actress? Who do you think's going to win? I think it's probably going to be Frances McDormand.
She just won from 3 billboards a couple years back. I don't know if she's due again.
I think there's a lot of talk with Billie Holiday. It's kind of like the Renee Zellweger, where the movie's not really nominated for anything, but she's the performance.
Okay,
I think she's going to be. That's right. At least that's what I've heard. But again, I have to watch a few more movies to kind of get my opinion up there. But
really,
or just do what I do, man. Read a bunch of synopsises and then just have all the answers.
No, but I know it real fast. I gotta say, what I do enjoy though about the Best Picture nominees this year is that a lot of them are already on different streaming channels and sites, which I enjoy a lot. So I don't have to. I don't want to say because of COVID run the risk of having to go to like an AMC up by me where they offer all the Best Picture nominees for like a certain price, but I'm just not comfortable with going to the theater where a lot of it's already out there. In my household, I seem like I have every single streaming service known to man, so I can probably easily sit back and watch it. So it'll be nice.
So best actor, we got Riz Ahmed for Sound of Metal. Again, great performance. Anthony Hopkins for The Father. Gary Oldman for Mank. Stephen Yeun for Minari. And Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Already, we know who's going to win. And again, I'm not against him winning.
No, it's good. I mean, especially, personal reasons too. Obviously, I going for Chadwick.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I totally get it. I don't think he was the best out of that crew, but he doesn't. Chadwick Boseman didn't do anything bad. You know what I'm saying? He was never
one in his life.
Exactly. Well,
but out of his,
one
life
in
career.
Yeah, there you go.
So I'm sorry, I misspoke, but my biggest thing with that was it's like Heath Ledger. You knew Heath Ledger was going to get one day. So when he died playing the Joker, it's like, yeah, we get it. In
fairness, though, I mean, if we can quickly, I pull up a year that he was nominated. I really still think that year that Heath Ledger won for Dark Knight, he was, regardless the situation, still the best of that supporting roles.
That's fair.
Yeah, agreed. No, 100% agreed. I mean, it's no. My issue is I really liked Gary Oldman as Mank, so I'd like to have seen him, pull that out.
Yeah.
I just thought he did a better job.
Best animated features: Onward, Over the Moon, Shaun the Sheep movie, Farmageddon, Soul, and Wolfwalkers.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got to be Onward. It's got to be Onward. I freaking love Onward.
It's going to be Soul.
It's Soul. It's going to be Soul. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be Soul. Soul is a great movie. I love Onward. Trust me, it was sentimental for Ethan and I to watch. That's my son, by the way. But Soul was just an amazing with the jazz and just the story. It's going to win. And I think personally, I was going to rant about Soul that I think it should have been up for more awards than what it is up for. But
I agree that Soul was fantastic. I think my only knock against Soul was the fact that watching it with River, my daughter, she was not really into it. It was very strange that she was just like, meh, whatever. But Onward, she loved, and I was forced to watch like 9 times. So it was pretty solid.
However, there is one, though. They were saying if there was going to be an upset of Soul, I didn't see it, but they were saying Wolfwalkers actually would be one to check out. You have the opportunity as one that could steal the best animated feature.
Now, is that an anime like Studio Ghibli? Or
I'm not going to lie, I really have no idea, Casey, but I mean,
we're at 9:38,
hey,
so I
welcome to Lenny Knows Best.
Best animated feature. Best director, we have Lee Isaac Chung for Minari. Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman, David Fincher for Mank, Chloe Zhao for Nomadland, Thomas Vinterberg for Another Round. My personal choices on that are Chloe Zhao and or Emerald Fennell.
Yeah, I'm going Chloe Zhao on that.
Yeah, I'm going Chloe with that one too. It's good to see women actually being recognized in 2, so that's great.
Yep.
Not just that fact that out of all those movies, I'd say they had the 2 best movies.
Well, too, yeah,
and so well directed. Because we're running low on time, I don't give a shit about anybody else.
And we're just running through lists. Let's do other things.
So
we'll have a separate prediction show later.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's skip Justice League as well because seriously, who cares?
I mean, honestly, I watched the new trailer and I'm mildly more excited than I was.
Nobody cares.
Excited.
It moved the needle.
I will see it.
It's DC. Nobody cares.
Thank you, Lenny. God, I love and miss you so much.
Cares.
It's
real
buzz.
fast. I was just well, you got DC. Come on, when your lead actor is Ben Affleck versus say Robert Downey Jr., you're getting creamed. You got Marvel. It's just so much better than DC. Always, even just the color. It's a DC just so dark. It's gloomy. Give me a.
Okay, so that was fun. Okay, so going on, I want to talk about 2 things. So our main topic tonight is going to be St. Patrick's Day music to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, which is tomorrow. We'll talk about that in a second. But before that, I want to talk about home invasions. And I want to know, and this is going to be an opinion piece, and anybody else who's watching can join in. How likely, and we're going to compare it to home invasion movies, the bad guys in home invasion movies. So you can take any movie and tell me, or I might throw some movies your way, and you tell me how likely you are to succeed.
Oh, I like this.
Survive.
Okay.
So, how likely are you to survive a home invasion against the strangers?
Lenny, fire away.
Okay, I am not lasting long. I probably would my pants would probably be riddled in every single color there with you name it, and I just lock it up and pray to God and hide in the closet. I don't know what to say.
Against the strangers, they're terrifying.
Yeah,
I mean, I would literally I would tackle one of them. I would pick the smallest one and try to tackle them. And then inevitably there'd be an axe or hatchet in my head or my back. It's over. It's quick, and I know it's going to be quick, and I don't want to be scared, so I'm just going to launch myself at it.
Well, let's do
a wild animal.
So.
I will tell you this. If it comes down to the strangers, if they get me before I know they're in the house, then they got me. Mm-hmm. I'm still fighting. Like, you got to stab me a lot of times. Like,
you're adrenaline.
You really got to stab me a lot of times to get. You'll kill me, but I'll probably take you too.
I'm taking one.
Oh, you got to go out fighting. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, it's like 5 against 1.
No, well, it's 3. There's only 3 of them. That's not too many. I can take 3.
No, I mean, well, okay.
Like I said, they really gotta take me out. And they're stupid because they don't use guns. But
no, but it's more the psychological warfare too that they use.
Like, if we're talking about the home invaders from John Wick, yeah, I'm fucked.
Dude, we're all fucked. Are you kidding me? That was an assault team. Nobody's got a shot against a fucking assault team unless you're an amazing assassin.
But if I know something's up before they get to me or mine, then I win.
Okay.
Because I win hands down because I know what I have in the house. I'll put my family behind me in a corner, and I'm waiting it out. I am waiting it out. I will call the police. I'll do what I have to do and wait. I know they took the phones and stuff like that. Fine. If I don't have it, I will hold on to what I have and fire off during the day to make sure people call the police. Now, what I'm saying is, if they're coming at me and I know they're there, they're dead. Hands down, I know it. The guys I'm pretty confident in what I can do.
Clearly. You've got a lot of bravado there, Chief.
Yeah.
Come on.
These motherfuckers ain't shit. I got them.
I mean, well, that is always been the one thing. You mess with Mike, that's one thing. You mess with Mike's family, you're going to a different level, and that, that goes with anybody.
Now, if I know they're there and they don't know I know, they're calling for help. I know what I'm about. I know what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can get the drop on them, it's going to get interesting. This horror movie just turned into Last House on the Left.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, are we talking like Harry and Marv over here, or are we talking like this? We like what we get here.
And like that, the ones from You're Next, things like that. Like let's face facts. Like the horror movie, the white bread horror villains. I got it. Now the collector, you don't know that dude is there.
Yeah,
I'm dead. I'm dead. That dude's got me. I'm in a trap that kills me before anything. Yeah, I'm not falling for the saw bit. Jigsaw is not getting me because I see, like, it's funny because like you see everybody get paralyzed when the pig head comes out, and it's like, and I'm like, I'm fighting this dude. I don't care if you got a pig head. I'm fighting this dude, and I'm body shots the whole way. Like, you're not getting me. You're killing me, so I'm not going to be a good Saw person anyway because I'm already dead.
See, I already know that I'm dead. Wait, once one of these situations arises, you just accept the fact that, well, I'm dead anyway, so let's just do this thing.
Well, yeah,
let's dance to the end.
Like Freddy Krueger, he's got me. I'm done. I gotta sleep. I might try to make friends with him.
Who, Freddy?
Like, I know you leave us alone. I know where some other kids are. Go get them.
Oh,
I will barter my way out.
What? You just basically beat Freddy by basically pecking up and taking a sleeping bag and going a block over and falling asleep there.
Outside of
Elm Street.
Yeah, just get out of Elm Street.
Just get out of Elm Street. Just go block over in a tent. You're fine.
You put a for sale sign up and you're good.
Yeah, you beat him. Movie's over in 2 seconds.
If I lived 5 minutes, I'd be surprised. Jay says, Knives, I'd like to see Len survive a home invasion that involves tickling.
Oh, I would not. I would see. That I could try to defend, but I don't know. It's
That'd be funny.
No, I'm definitely smoked on that.
Lenny would be great because the knock, the two women that come in that home invasion movie, Lenny would survive because it wouldn't be the same situation where like they get the better of him because like they seduced him and all this. Lenny would be like, I'm tired. Get in my house. I just want to relax. And he's
also, no, when it comes to sleep and relaxation, I need to relax. No, you're out.
See, I'm the guy who would keep him up until like 4 a.m. trying to be their best friend.
Here's my impression of Lenny if the two girls from Knock Knock came to his door. Hi, our car broke down. He just closes the door. It's done. He didn't even listen to them say down. They said, hi, our car broke, and the door is closed. That's moving to the next house.
I nearly slammed the door in a door-to-door salesman today, actually, because it was freezing outside. I got shorts and a t-shirt on, and this person is rambling to me about what they're trying to sell, trying to be polite, but I was ready just to be like, no, thank you, and just slamming the door because it was freezing outside today.
10 years ago, not only is that door open for me, but like I'm literally giving them everything in the house. Like, go for it. Have fun. Let's enjoy it. Now I'm old. I'm a curmudgeon. I'm 39 and I'm like not 29. And I'm just like, you need to leave.
Yeah, no, as long as Jason makes a good point here, as long as if River's not here, I'm just going to try to befriend everybody. It's just my natural go-to. Yeah. If River's around, it's a different game. But without the kiddo, I'm like, hey, come on in. You want some hot chocolate? You want to talk?
Absolutely. If kids and family are with you, it's a different story. I mean, I might say I'll fall over dead, but trust me, you're going out with a fight. I mean, there's no way around it.
100%. And yes, Home Alone is technically.
Yes.
It's not
Thank you, Jay, for saying
it. Is 100%.
That's why I said Harry and Marv. That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like where everyone else, like I have to like if those other horror movies, if they are in and they have the jump on me, they can probably get me to a point where I'm fighting and I'm dying in the fight. But I'm taking them out too.
Like the Wet Bandits? No.
I'm talking about the horror movies.
Sticky Bandits.
Stuff like that.
I'm sorry. I don't remember which one we're talking. Which movie?
The Wet Bandits would have been.
The Wet Bandits.
But you
whatever
Sticky
Bandits. The Wet Bandits, Sticky Bandits.
The Wet Bandits.
Okay, the Wet Bandits. So
but they were better as the Sticky Bandits.
I love this, Lenny. This is we're driving Mick insane.
They would have been done for before, like he left the house dressed as the cop. I would have been like, I know you're not a cop, dickhead. You're done. Like, and then calling the cops and saying you have a fake ass cop here trying to scope out my house. Like you're cheesy, you're stupid, and I hate you. You're getting into a plumber van dressed as a cop. I don't trust your ass. Okay, Mario, knock it off and get in the back. So screw Harry and Lloyd. Guns and Knives versus hot door handle. Yeah, but if I'm now, am I 9 in this situation? If I'm 9 in this situation, hot door handle. But if I'm a full-grown 39-year-old man, as I am, Harry and Marv don't stand a chance. I'm leaving the door open. I'm saying, come on in. They won't hear your screams in this big-ass house.
Well, I was going to say, but what's his face? The entire family basically divulged everything anyway. So it's, and they're falling stoop to Harry and Marv. We're not talking about like the collector, strangers, anybody else here.
This is just terrifying.
See, that's
every
why
time you guys say the
like
collectors,
like a mixed match, like family. Which is like how like cool, like have a horror movie. At least like Home Alone meets like the collector and see what actually happens to the family.
I'm telling you, I'm putting it out there. If there's a home invasion of my home, and I know it, I'm Leatherface in this scenario because let's be real. Leatherface wasn't outside of his home.
Yeah,
they invaded his home.
They didn't even invade it. They just got
they
broke down.
They broke in and
they
can't
walked
blame
in
the guy. That's why I never fault Leatherface because unfortunately the poor guy's got some mental deficiencies. And they had somebody breaking into his house. I don't blame the guys.
I don't fault him. I do fault Grandpa because he kind of set him on a bad fucking course.
Well, yeah.
Because he does go after the other two, and they take the girl.
Yes.
But everyone else went to the house.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
And they went in the house like, hey, it's cool. Like, it's
Yeah,
a
just
70s.
fuck around and check everything out.
Like, dude, this is my house. Like, you're not coming in my house. Like, if you come in my house, you're going to be hanging from a meat hook because that's what Leatherface does. So, in reality, Leatherface was the hero.
Well, that was Jeepers Creepers, man. That thing was just trying to live under its little tunnel and listen to its creepy fucking music. And those little assholes just wander around.
I need to rewatch that movie.
One of Mike's favorite movies.
He hunts. I love her. Anyway,
I love her.
He was in that movie.
Yep.
He played the little boy in the dead boy in the little cavern thing. So anyway, let's get on to our main topic. Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day. We all celebrate. We're all big fans. There's another very special event tomorrow too, and we'll get to that in just a few seconds. But I want to talk St. Patrick's Day music. Some of our favorite stuff. And this was one from Casey and Lenny, and he knows his music too, and he loves it St. Patrick's Day. So what are some songs you have to hear on St. Patrick's Day?
So, if I may, I'm just going to take this. But I was singing along to my St. Patrick's Day tunes this morning, and that's when I had the epiphany of we have to have this discussion, because there's two things I realized about St. Patrick's Day music. One, you can absolutely sing it as smashed as you want to. At no point are you going to ever miss the words, because there's only like 20 words and they just keep repeating. And they sing it in such a way, and it's usually done in such a manner, the composition allows you to just kind of go seesaw, sing-song just all along and just get a little more up like the little black band. And just, it's wonderful. I love Irish music. Like just all of that fucking, it's so wonderful. Dropkick Murphys, though, is absolutely what I must listen to every St. Patrick's Day. It has been a staple since I was 20. And one of my favorite concerts, I think I was 22 years old and went to see them up in Maryland. They're just amazing. So huge fan of Dropkick and all of their covers they do. So they do all of the traditional music that you could walk into and, hear at a nice little Irish pub. But it's so great when it's just metal.
All right. Listen, here's the wonderful deal about shipping up to Boston, okay? It's all well.
No, not shipping up to Boston.
No, they have a lot.
Little Black Band, The Dirty Glass. Like, there's lots of good ones.
What was it, Barroom Hero?
Barroom Hero's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a great song. Like, they have some great songs.
The Spicy McHaggis, Johnny I Hardly Knew Ya.
One of my favorites is this isn't Dropkick Murphys. It's House of Pain. Is Put Your Shit Kickers On.
Yes.
I love that song during St. Patrick's Day. But Shipping Out to Boston is one of those songs where the DJs really fuck with you on St. Patrick's Day. Like, not anymore. Now I'm older, so like I'm like that comes on and I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. My last bar fight was the night I met my wife, and Casey can attest. There were like 6 fights that night that I was in. I didn't start any of them. None of them were started with me. I just somehow was next to every single one.
One was legitimately as you were trying to go to the bathroom. And like the look on your face, because that was, I believe, the second fight. And you were like, really? Is this what's happening tonight? And yes, in fact, it was.
Yeah, because I had met my wife when I first got there and I'm hanging out. Well, now my wife, not at the time, but like I met her and then we got separated and it was just bar fight after bar fight after bar fight. To the point where, like, I'm throwing these guys around, telling them, kick them out. What are you doing? Why am I bouncing on St. Patrick's Day and I don't work here? Because there was like 1,400 people that night or whatever. Not St. Patrick's. That wasn't St. Patrick's Day.
No,
sorry.
that was
a different night.
Yeah.
That was in November. So that was our buddy's shop party. So there was like 1,400 people all over the damn place. Casey's bartending. I remember there was that one, like, not as good as I once was, Toby Keith moment where I got my drink in my hand, standing at the bar talking to Casey, and one guy throws another guy into me, and like a drop comes out of my drink, and I just put it down, turn around, and I start throwing these guys around, and I'm like, one, I have his head smushed on the bar, and he can't move. He's like freaking out, like trying to hit behind him, but he's not moving, and the other guy's there, and I'm just like hitting him back. And like he's getting pissed because he's a drunk, like clearly a drunk bearded Southerner who wants to kick my ass, but I just keep bumping him in the face with my palm.
And it was hilarious. So the place he keeps bumping him into is where we have like the tea set up and the coffee and all that jazz. And it's great because that was a solid shelf. Like it was built into the wall and you see everything shifting. Like everything as he's smashing him every time.
I remember at one point these two are going to kill each other, and Casey comes over to help me, and another guy comes over to help me on the other side with these two guys that are in the middle of me. So I grab the one guy and I pin him up against the wall, but Casey's behind him, so Casey gets pinned by him, and they're both stuck against the wall and can't get out because my arm is locked. And the other guy's coming, so I grab him by the nose, and I'm holding him real tight by his nose, and he's like freaking out. And then I grabbed his beard because that's all I had left at this point. And I threw him back and I pinned the other guy behind him. And I'm just like, well, somebody get them, please.
Meanwhile, I'm holding the guy that Mick is holding while pinned. Like, I'm helping.
No, listen, you were, and the fact that you jumped in shows a lot of like who you are, and that's awesome.
Always, bro. That's what we do. I've jumped in so many stupid fucking fights. I've been hit so many times. I'm surprised nothing's broken on my face.
I will never take away from the fact that you jumped right in. So like there was no fear, like you jumped right in. It was just I was so angry at that point. I'm just gonna hold these two as long as I can.
That was number 4.
That was number 4. I went 6.
There were 5. The number 5 happened outside literally 20 minutes later when I went outside to have a cigarette. Mike's coming out the door and someone smashes into the door.
Bar are you running here, Casey?
But he ran in and shipping up to Boston, of course, they start playing at this point, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? It's bar fight after bar fight, and you play this song.
Yep.
I'm like, I cannot be in any more bar fights tonight. And then that was when he got thrown. That guy got thrown, and I forget who he hit. But he hit another guy, and the guy went flying, and I put my arm out and caught him.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember I caught him in midair.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know how in physics this guy cleared like a car hood by getting – because he got like rhinoceros dropped. And like the guy started flying backwards like, whoa. And then like I reached out and I grabbed him and like I was holding him like a baby. And then like, the other guy keeps charging at him, and like I'm bunting this dude in the face. Because I don't want to like start punching. And then like everybody went across the street, and it was like 40 bikers versus like 3 guys, and I was like, I'm done. I'm done.
My favorite reaction was they all went across the street, and I was like, sweet, back inside, go to work. Clean up.
That was basically every
right back to Mary.
That wasn't even St. Patty's Day, and that's still like that's pretty much what happens on every St. Patty's Day.
Oh, every St. Patrick's Day, instead of like what he's describing, just multiply it by 7. Like, it's ridiculous, dude.
Every time my name and asses, I remember I was walking from one bar to the other, and again, the music is playing. That's why I think of this stuff.
Oh, flogging Molly, drop kick, the tossers, everything.
Every bar has their doors open, and they're all playing the same stuff, and it's just blasting across this town, like this little part of Main Street. And I remember there was a fight at one bar at the pub right outside. I walked past that, even though like it kept coming towards me, so I was like, I'm going to the next bar. I was going to Mackey's, and I was going to meet you, I think, and I go over there, and then one dude is just throwing up the entire trip, and I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm just going. And then I get to Mackey's, and then one dude is choking a girl on the car hood.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when I had to grab the dude by the hair and pull him off of her, and I threw him down. And like later, he's like, "Oh man, thank you for doing that. I'm so sorry. I didn't know." I was like, "You piece of shit! Like, what are you doing?"
Jesus.
Anyway,
I didn't know what I was doing with my hands. Fucking
it's 10 o'clock. We really didn't talk about any St. Patty's songs.
Nice.
The charges. Lenny was there for a few of the bar fights way back in the day, especially
that's back when you were fighting, not stopping.
My jacket got stolen.
No, jacket got stolen by the mayor or the guy who ran for mayor of Carteret. I mean, it's like great. You know, Mike's defense though. You know, he did protect me. Some guy goes flying right by me. All I hear is his bear claw grab me and just throw me down to get me out of this way of this guy like flying by him. You know,
this is
stabbing or a beer bottle shank. I don't remember, but
yeah, I remember he broke the bottle.
Yeah.
But that, like, yeah, there was another guy that was charging and almost hit Lenny, and I pushed him out of the way. I was like, stay there. And then another guy had a beer bottle. Here's the thing. While I'm protecting Lenny from the other guy, there was another guy coming at me, and I'm like, that's it. My buddy Kevin got up. My buddy was a linebacker for West Virginia. And we're taking care of this. And we just smashed it. We actually power bombed the guy into the pool table. We were like, no, this is done. We're done. And then the jacket got stolen. It started snowing that night. And we had to walk like 4 miles home.
Yes, but we were responsible because we walked. We did not drive.
Oh, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't drive. We walked.
So
That's important. So if anyone's going out, please remember.
Yes, please, everybody out there.
Uber, DD, taxi, find a way. Find a way.
Drive.
It's like all these things that we could have had like 15, 20 years later, like Uber, and when it's snowing on Mike and he only has a T-shirt on that's covered in blood and sweat. It's great.
Oh my God, that was so bad. And then we got home. I worked at the post. I was like 22 at the time, and I worked at the post office. And I got a call at 6 a.m. after being hammered and in fights all night and everything. I got a call to be in by 7 to run a 10-mile route.
Oh.
I had to walk 10 miles that day. I crawled into the thing at the end. I was like, I'm off for the weekend.
Bro, what was it like back in the day when we didn't suffer from severe hangovers?
So much better.
Now I'm like, I'm going to have half this bottle tonight, and I will be struggling for the first hour.
Kudos, so like that's good.
Oh, yeah, of course I did. I want to get drunk. Like, that's the only way I can do it.
I got to say, kudos to Mike's parents. They let me sleep the entire day. They got me breakfast. The next day, Mike, you got to get to work, buddy. You're going.
I had to work. He's at the house. I'm like, geez, man. I think he was just leaving as I was like coming in. And I was like, I'm like white as a sheet. Like anyway, we can go over.
Dude, there was one more I was thinking of actually. Where Kelly's. I remember which year it was. Nothing crazy, but it was just funny because you're talking about like, one drunk guy. We're at Kelly's Pub, and this pub, it's a great place, a great local joint, but it's so tight. I mean, it's very tight. I mean, it's close. So they brought the bagpipers in this one St. Patrick's Day, and local guy, I don't remember his name. I couldn't even tell you who he was. Nothing wrong, but he was just inebriated, and he's passing around this cup for the bagpiper. So I said, okay, sure. Local, guys who are doing it, I gave $1. Well, bagpiper stopped to come back on. They're doing their rounds. He comes up to me again, asking for another $1. I was like, I already gave $1. This must have happened 4 or 5 times during the course of the night. This guy's asking me for tips. I'm like, dude, I already gave a tip. Like, you got plenty of other people here packed in this bar. Why are you coming directly to me for these tips here? I don't know. Nothing crazy.
That's when you say,
fun, no bar fights.
That's when you say, I'll pay you to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Exactly. Wait, Kelly's, is that the one where Mick used to go to the bathroom all the time?
That was the one with no bathroom.
That was your special weird bathroom.
No. It didn't have a door to the bathroom.
There's no door.
Yeah.
There was no door. So you walk in and you see a guy just taking a shit like right there. So.
He was so excited when we went up, and he was like, "I got to show you this spot."
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen. We're going a little long. We have another show after this. We'll get to the comments real quick. Chris says that I put my daughter in MMA and BJJ classes and had her on the track for 6 years. She would be a nightmare to deal with. I don't doubt that.
Good. Bravo, Chris.
Good. Yes. Love me some Dropkick Murphys, Flogging Molly, Catch 22, and Streetlight Manifest. Yes, absolutely.
I would add the tossers to that real quick because I like the tossers.
That's a good one too.
As well. Yep.
Fantasy Irish music memory is Sinead O'Connor plays Danny Boy on a kazoo while Michael Flatley step dances for the great murder detector.
Holy shit, Jay! That's fantastic.
96+1. All right. So another big thing about tomorrow, it's not just St. Paddy's Day. It is also my wonderful co-host Casey the Madman's birthday. Happy birthday, brother. 17th of every year. I love it.
Thank you, my friends. I love and appreciate you guys. It's very excited to stay alive one more year on this spinning rock.
Yeah, man. We are very happy to have you. We love you, buddy. My counterpart on this show, our counterpart on BTB, which let's get to the quick announcements. Happy birthday, Casey. For you, buddy. But quick announcements. So BTB is no longer going to be Wednesday nights. It's no longer going to be live. We are taking it off. It is going to be a Patreon exclusive show. We're going to do brackets. We're going to do specials. We're going to have special guests, the whole 9 yards. We're still going to do big things with BTB. We're still going to have the crew there. We're gearing up for a bracket very soon for March Madness. But you have to be on Patreon if you want to watch the show. It's $5 a month. You can become a Scene Snobs super fan. Go check out the Scene Snobs Patreon page. You can find it on our link tree. Head over to the scenesnobs.com. There's links for it there. and sign up, and then you get BTB and a lot of other fun stuff. So
we're super stoked about that. It's going to be fun. The bracket shows are phenomenal, and honestly, any reason to hang out with Lenny is a fucking great day.
Well, thank you.
Love you,
Kind
man.
of me tonight. I appreciate it.
We got to get you back on SSP too, man.
Yeah.
So because we always have a fun time. So one thing I do want to say is we have a great new show starting tomorrow.
I am so excited about this. Can I break it? Can I say it?
Watch this one show now has to pay. Only for BTB. You don't have to pay
Only
for
for
the rest.
BTB, not this one. Not
See,
the-
I bring the audience. That's why they will follow me.
Well, of course you do. Look how gorgeous you are.
Well, thank
You get a
you.
free
I know.
nothing here if you sign up. So and other goodies too. We always have fun swag.
So I really want to say this because I'm super excited, and I am actually a huge fan of this show.
Yes.
I bumped into them from Indie Pods United. That's where I met. She's the lady who actually invited or introduced us as we did our bit. Her name is Cammie, and she's one of the co-hosts of Myth Story. Myth Story has joined the Scene Snobs channel, and I couldn't be more excited about it. They are a fantastic show. Great podcast, wonderful listen, and they start a tamale.
Yes, they're taking over our old BTB Wednesday night spot. So they're going to be on 7:30 on Wednesdays. So now it's going to be Pulling Focus at 6 p.m., which I am very proud. We got our good buddy and graphic designer, Justin Lago, has created this. It's our Pulling Focus's new logo, which I love.
Love you, Justin.
Looking sharp, dude. I love it.
So Mystery is going to be starting tomorrow, and you can catch that at 7:30 p.m. on the Scene Snobs channel, of course, all over here. I promise, Jay, I know it's first time watching, but it is free. So you can watch it if you want to. That only BTV is going to the Patreon. And they will be available down the line. They will be on the YouTube. They will be on podcast form months from now, but like it's an exclusive for Patreon listeners. So if you want to wait, you will get those episodes.
But, waiting like a year. We're going to make it worth it.
We're going to make it way worth it for all the people thing.
And then we're going to actually reference it constantly, so it makes people feel uncomfortable if they don't know. To be hip.
It's hip to be a square. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
Thanks,
so,
Huey.
Make sure you check out Mystery, which is starting the final Onesies Horror Podcast. Is again on Thursdays at 6 p.m. That started last week, along with Entertain This podcast started last week. They are on Fridays at 7 p.m. You can check out our full schedule over on the scenesnobs.com and see what shows we have where. We have a great arrangement of shows. We are filled to the brim. We have great stuff and more stuff coming. This is
I got a little space right there. We can fill in some more.
There's a few spots there. I'm seeing some spots.
You can see
I'm
on the
going to have
left
to
there.
make those logos a little smaller to fit all the rest of the shows that are coming on.
And I would like to just have a moment of gushing. Every single show on here is fantastic. The hosts are amazing. I've never met a more phenomenal collection of people that I just think are great. They are wonderful. So
I actually enjoy listening to all of their shows.
Exactly. They're intelligent people. They're fun. They're awesome. This is a really great thing. So, Mick, congratulations on what you've put together here, man.
Even just
Bringing
the
us all
guests.
together is wonderful.
And it gives me
That's
something
amazing, I gotta
like
say.
I've transitioned from television in a lot of ways to just watching these shows and watching because I really enjoy the content. And there's so many shows I watch, podcasts, things like that, and live video shows that are not on the Scene Snobs network. They're fantastic. There's some great stuff out there today in Space Podcast, Focus on Forward, Funny Science Fiction. Lots of Within the Head of Fred is great. Ending the Stigma. So many great stuff. Yes, thanks, Mick. Yes, Three Geeks Podcast, of course, is on the show. But we have so many great things. One thing we do have coming up, we have the first annual Snobby Awards on April 25th, 2021.
Yes.
If you have a podcast, now it can be a live show, it can be a pre-recorded show, it can be a video series, but you have to have a podcast too. You can submit to be nominated. We will be announcing the categories March 25th. You can check that out. You have until April 14th to submit. What you have to do is submit to the Scene Snobs, either Twitter, you can send us a message in the DMs, or on the Scene Snobs Facebook page. You can send us a private message there. Submit who you are, how many people are up for it, and that has to be actual collaborators on the show. So they have to be actively on the show, not just recurring guests. Like the Scene Snobs podcast could not count Lenny, but BTB could.
Right.
Even though no Scene Snobs shows are, because we are the judges and such. So
I'm barely judging. I'm going to be more of working on my hosting skills. That's
Yes,
my
we
goal.
will be hosting.
I'm a host
Not
extraordinaire.
needed. You can carry their case.
Oh, geez, Lenny, you're so darn sweet. You come back anytime, honey.
Anytime. We are going to have Stacey Toy as our guest next week. She's fantastic. She's a film producer. So we're going to have lots of cool stuff. We're going to talk to her. She's going to be getting off a very big interview with Paul White, the Big Show from WWE, but he's in AEW now. So we're going to talk to her
crazy is
about
that, by the way? I got a whole nother slew of wrestling talk.
Well, we'll talk about that next week because that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Are you going to doing Best Podcast Guest Award? Yeah,
Probably. Why not? Oh, zing!
No, we can't do that to Blaine Weaver.
Don't you shit on my Blaine.
Blaine is awesome. No, you see, Blaine and I are friends because I got this, which is his new movie, and it's and Lenny met him first, actually. So no, nothing around now. We are very excited for the Snobby Awards. We are going to be compiling. So we will announce on April 15th the nominees in each category. And then on April 25th, we will have the award show at 2 p.m. That we're doing that because that night is the Oscars. And, of course, we're going to put on the best award show. But whatever. We will be dressed full beauty and garbs. Join us. Find out. And it's not just Scene Snobs shows. Like, nothing that I'm on is nominated.
This is all legitimate podcasts around the podcastering world. Do we say
I can't
that?
announce all of the great shows. We have a ton of shows that aren't on the network that are nominated, that are really huge shows that I'm really excited, and I can't wait to tell people. I've been reaching out to them, and it's been so exciting. So get ready, because when we announce like who the nominees are, you guys are going to be very excited, trust me. But we have a panel of judges that are going to be around for it. It's going to be amazing. So I'd really like everybody to kind of get in on it. Check us out. If you have any questions or you want to submit any shows, please reach out. That'll be a big thing. So I think that's our show. Oh, you added it. Okay, so can't wait to see the Snobbies, one of our guest judges. Which is funny because I was thinking about like a few of the things, and I was like, well, his shows would be good as nominations for this. And then I was like, he's a judge.
You were saying that. It's like, but he's not.
He's like, I can't put him in. He's a judge. Anyway, thank you very much, guys, for watching. Happy birthday to this bastard right here. I love him. He was my counterpart. Yeah, you are, buddy.
Yeah.
I love this bastard down here, Lenny, my co-host on BTB. So, with that being said, thanks everybody for joining this Scene Snobs Podcast. Of course, you can find all of our shows in podcast format or on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. So please subscribe, please follow, please like all of our stuff. If you have any questions or you want to join in on anything, please let us know. And just check us out. Check us out on thescenesnobs.com.
Have a great time. Be good to each other.
Thanks, guys. Be safe.
Until next time, I'll talk to you later. And that's our show, everybody. Thanks for listening. I am Mick Manhattan, the Scene Snob. We always appreciate you guys tuning in and commenting along and everything else. Go check out this show or any of our other shows on thescenesnobs.com. Thescenesnobs.com. We love you. You guys are awesome. And if you would like, follow and subscribe to our social media. That really helps us go a long way. And please spread the word. Tell your friends. Have them come in. We love feedback and everything else. So everybody, you have a great day. Again, thanks for listening. TheSceneSnobs.com. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.